writers stress too much about the use of dialogue tags in their writing of the novel. Now, in screenplays, this isn't really an issue because you just put the name and then you write underneath it, because it's doing the same function as a dialogue tag in novels, but it's different form because a screenplay is an industrial document that needs to serve a particular purpose and a novel is not. But in a novel, you're really just trying to indicate who is speaking. The act of speaking, the way of speaking, the purpose of speaking should all be indicated through action. And so that's why you use, as much as possible, things just like said, they replied, they asked. Really simple stuff to indicate clearly who is speaking, and that's it. And in fact, where you can, avoid using dialogue tags altogether. That can be either you just skip it and it just says Frank said, and then it's obvious that the next person who's speaking is Dolores because there's only Frank and Dolores in the room, and you can go several lines before you need to remind your reader who is speaking at that moment in the conversation. Or if there's multiple characters or there's some other way of doing it, you can use actions instead of dialogue tags. So instead of saying Frank said, you have Frank do something that indicates to your reader, signals to them that Frank is the one who's speaking. Frank scratched his chin. I don't know if that's true, Dolores, for instance. Or doing something else while speaking that's maybe not even directly related to what they're saying, just to provide an indicator to your reader who is speaking. So remember that dialogue tags are not meant to indicate mood, they're not meant to indicate a state of mind or anything else. They are simply there in order to indicate who is speaking, and when they are not necessary, don't include them at all. And where possible, also to break things up, use actions instead of the very simple tags of said, asked, and replied. For instance, do not use ever crazy dialogue tags that I still see sometimes. He explicated, he pontificated, she qualified, or whatever. No, that is embedded and implicit in the act of the spoken word itself.